I say this every time, but I'm Mr. Fontanez. I'm the intro principal here. Just thank you so much for being here, for the support. Our students have been working very hard this year, some of them since 3rd grade. And the good thing is, this isn't the last show you're going to see, because they're hopefully going to go on to middle school and keep that love and passion for their instruments and continue their careers. But I want to just turn it over to Mr. Riley and give him a big thank you. If we could give him a round of applause ahead of time. And for those of you that know, right, he comes in at 8:15 on some mornings, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and he does that on his own time. So a big shout out to you for that, and I'm excited to see the show. So I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Riley.
Thank you very much. Well, welcome to our instrumental spring concert. And as it was said, we have been working really hard, as all of you know, because they get here by you. So I appreciate that so much. You know, one of the biggest things that I've learned this year from them is, like, I always try to teach kids about possibilities of what you can do, and they have pushed me this year, and you're going to see that through their performances today. They're an exceptional group of students, and I'm going to really have a hard time letting them go, but they're too smart to stay here, so they got to go. And but I just want to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart. I do this. It's a passion of mine, and I love watching them grow into these young musicians. When they started, sounded like zoo animals, right? And now they should be able to play songs for you. So I'm very excited to share this show with you. And we're going to start our show with the strings, and I'm going to let them take it over from here, and they're going to start announcing the song. So I hope you enjoy. Our first song will actually be a warm-up that we do entitled Pepperoni Pizza. All right, here we go.
Our first song is Pepperoni Pizza. We use this song as a warm-up.
Hi, I'm Maggie Powers. I hope you like the show so far. Our next piece is Mary Had a Little Lamb. I hope you enjoy the rest of our performance.
And just so you know, that was our fourth graders, and that was their moment to shine. And once we got done with that, they got inspired to play with more songs with the fifth graders, which is always my intent. And so some of them you'll hear play on different songs with the fourth graders moving forward, but they've done an amazing job this year, and I've never had 6 cellos. It's incredible. Yes. So, very excited, and we're going to move on to the next song. So here we go.
Hi, I'm Ava, and I'm here to introduce our next song. The next song we will be playing today is the classic Old MacDonald Had a Farm. I hope you enjoy. My name is Charlotte John from Mrs. Harris' 5th grade class. In the next song that will be performed, titled Tomorrow, performed by Ava Magos on violin from Mrs. Fenstermacher's 5th grade class. We hope you enjoy the rest of the show and have a wonderful morning. solo Spring of the Four Seasons Vivaldi by C.C. Dries on violin. Hope you like it.
And one last thing I want to say. So Cece's going to come up and perform for us. And Cece has been taking private lessons. And I always like to just put this out there to everybody. Private lessons is a great thing, okay? It makes you excel a lot faster. It keeps you focused in it. And it gets you, it just makes you a better all-around musician and sets you up for success. So I'm certainly not saying everybody should do it, but if you can, look into it. If you have questions, feel free to ask me. And that's what kind of did for me, because I try to tell these kids just that I didn't take lessons in elementary school, and I was literally the worst trumpet player. And by the grace of God and my parents, I got private lessons, and I turned it around, and I kind of had a good career in music. So it worked out for me, but I just always think it's a great thing. So anybody that's interested, please feel free to reach out to me. And we have some wonderful teachers actually here today that have helped out too. So I appreciate all of you that I see out there. All right, moving on. The amazing CC.
I'm Selena Wang. Our next song is Mozart Melody, also known as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the performance.
This song will feature two soloists, 5th graders, Marcus and Layla. And we'll start off the song. So please.
like we'll hear English Round, one of our favorite songs to play. Hope you enjoy it.
And now presenting Impulse, an electrifying song made by Brian Ballmages. I'm Marcus from Mrs. Fensmacher's 5th grade class, and hope you enjoy.
Good morning. I'm Cece Dries from Mrs. Harris's 5th grade class. Our next selection is called Can Can. It was composed by a French composer named Jacques Offenbach, who famously played the cello in the 1850s to the 1870s. This song is played to test our musical skills, so feel free to watch in amazement as we speed up the tempo. I hope you enjoyed the orchestra part of the concert.
All right, let's have all the strings stand up one more time. And now we're going to make our way over to the band portion. So if you have your earplugs, it's going to be a little louder, but I promise you they sound awesome. And I'm really excited for this, to let you hear both of them. But one thing I want to point out is this is a really, like I said, a really exceptional group of students. And I had, all my drummers are first-year drummers, which is amazing. And you'll hear, they can hold it down. And they also made All-City Band. And we also had all our 5th graders make All-City Band and Orchestra, because everybody did an amazing job this year. And they went there and they represented us so well. And I thought it was a beautiful night. So, and I'm excited, 4th graders, that's what we have to look forward to next year, is All-City Band and Orchestra. And that's where all the 16 top elementary school players get together. And this year it was 303 students. And so we organized that, and we put on a concert, and it was just a really special night, I thought. So 4th graders have a lot to look forward to next year. And now I'm going to take it over to the band, and I'll let them take it from here. So first, we're going to have, who's going for Hot Cross Buns? Okay.
Good morning. My name is Reese Judge from Mrs. Fensmonker's class, and I play the saxophone. Our first song for the band proportion of the concert is Hot Cross Buns. Hope you enjoy it.
Get ready to enjoy the beautiful sounds of Lightly Road performed by our talented 4th and 5th grade instrumentalists. I'm Brooke from Mrs. Fenstermacher's 5th grade class, and I play trumpet.
All right, at this time I'd actually like to highlight a few of my 4th graders that have been working really hard this year and have shown some really awesome talent on their instrument, and I wanted to give them an opportunity to perform for us today. So, first we're going to hear from Evelyn's son, who has been doing an exceptional job on flute this year, and so she's going to come up for us right now. All right, she's going to be doing a song called Long, Long Ago. Wonderful job. I remember when she couldn't play the first note, right? And now you're off and running. So that was an amazing job. Now we're going to hear from one of my 4th grade trumpet players named Andre Georges, who's going to come up and he's going to take us from Memorial Day. We're going to do something a little patriotic for you. And Andre is actually a really great teacher here in the Valley, is Mr. Bob, who works with a lot of my students over the years and a lot of the students in the Bethlehem Area School District. And I always like to recognize those that help guide our students and really make the sound of Bethlehem. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. And as a trumpet player, you're doing it. You're doing a great job. I appreciate you. Yeah, I actually taught your grandson, your son too, which is awesome. So, all right, so now we're going to hear from Mr. Andre, who's been playing since when?
6 months I've teaching.
6 months. Hit it. We have a moment here.
He's an amazing young man. 6 months of teaching. I'm not one to teach him and he's in high school. He already wrote his own little song. He goes in the computer, transposes his own song for this particular one. I rewrote it, but he didn't like my version. But what I want to do is introduce you and accept you into the trumpet world.
See, private teachers are really, this is a beautiful moment right here. There he is. Brandon. That's what it's all about. All right. Now, we're going to go back into playing. My next announcer, please.
Hi, I'm Avery Fielder from Mrs. Harris's class. I play the best instrument, the flute. Our next song is my favorite, Conquest. It's a great review of all the notes we've learned so far, and we're lucky to have Mr. Riley to teach us that. We've come so far, and this song really proves it. You'll hear all the sections have a solo part in the song. Enjoy the show. This is Conquest.
Hi, I'm Sophie, 5th grade clarinetist from Mrs. Harris's class. Our next song is a band favorite. Get ready for this Jurassic Park theme song, Tyrannosaurus Rex, composed by Mike Hanover and conducted by Mr. Riley.
Right. All right. At this time, we're going to do a couple different small groups and solo things that the band have worked on. And one of the really cool things about this is, for those of you that don't know, I am a songwriter, music producer, and a trumpet player. So I'm very creative. And when my students want to get creative, it just makes me want to get creative with them. So the drummers, my right-hand man here, Jack, came to me one day and was like, I would like to do a solo in the concert. And as we started working through some ideas, I was like, well, why don't we write something for the drummers? And Jack really took the lead on this. We got together after school a few times and worked it out. And he has shown just awesome leadership, awesome creativity, and all of them sound awesome. So here's Jack's masterpiece, right? Do you have a name for it? All right, sorry. All right, here we go. Amazing job. That was so much fun.
When can we buy the CD?
Yeah, you have to talk to Jack's manager. I think she's in the second row. I don't know. That was awesome. All right, and now we're going to keep this show going. And I want to have up my small group to do Serenade, please. So what I did here is I took a group of students and I put them together in a small group, which is a little bit more difficult to play together in. And we think of it like colors, right? And we're blending together and we want to make this beautiful scene. And so we've been working on everyone having their own individual part, and you'll get to hear this song, Serenade. I gotcha. On this song, we will feature Mia, Andy, Avery, Allie, Olivia, and Angelina on trombone. You ready? Now we're going to hear from these three have been working on a song this year together, and Swing Low, Sweet Chariot is the name of this one. And we'll hear from the trio. This time we're going to have Sophie come up to perform for us. And Sophie has done an amazing job for me as well. And she's going to be doing Minuet from Anna Magdalena book. So Minuet. All right, so at this time, we're going to bring up Mia Fantasia, who's going to be performing a song that she wrote herself. And so she came to me one day and was like, I was bored, and I came up with this little musical thing. And I said, whoa, let's write a song with that. And she has done an amazing job, down to the articulations, how she plays each note, the volume that she uses. So she's done an exceptional job, and we're going to perform her very first debut song, The Graceful March, which I thought was a beautiful title too. The Graceful March. Yeah. One of the other really amazing things that I love is when somebody likes to do this with their child, and they like to perform and learn together. And so we have a very special last solo duet performance, which will be between Ali Zielinski and Ali's mother, who will be on the piano. So you will hear a real piano player play now. Okay? She's been right next to me all night. It's been a little bit scary. And they will be performing one of my absolute favorites, Over the Rainbow. That was amazing. Thank you so much for doing that. You think you would get away without me talking about you? Huh. Okay. And that was actually one of Megan Weikert's students, who is one of the most amazing clarinet teachers, people I know. And I'm very grateful for all those that you give my students. And sometimes it gets back to me and I get to learn something new. So thank you. But honestly, a wonderful job. You've worked with so many of my students and, well, your students. And I can't wait to go see her recital soon too. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much. All right, and now we're going to do our final two songs. Everyone, you've been doing great. Everybody good? We're stretching. All right, here we go. Last two songs.
Hello, I am Lucy from Mrs. Metzmacher's 5th grade class. Our next song is Star Wars, and it is composed by John Williams.
All right, this is our last song, so I want to thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I hope you had a wonderful experience today, and I hope you come back, 4th graders, for another round of it. And for my 5th graders, please encourage them to stay with it, okay? It's the greatest thing that you can start off middle school with. You get to go to school early before it all begins and learn the school. You have friends that are in it, and it's a place that I used to call home. So, what? And band trips, yes. Let's not forget that. Band trips, all that fun stuff. Okay, I'm done selling it. It's on you.
Hi, this is the last song of our 4th and 5th grade spring concert. This one is a well-known favorite song titled Let's Go Band. It happens to also be my favorite. I am Andy from Mrs. Harris's class, and enjoy the rest of your morning.